Okay, let's start with the most basic question. Who are you?
Hi.
Whoa. How about I just narrow in on one of you, perhaps? How about you?
Sorry about that. I guess it was a bit unclear who you're addressing there.
Yeah, my mistake. So, who are you?
I have blades, but I'm not a fan. I get cut, but I'm not hair. I get walked on, but I'm not carpet. I'm green, but I'm not a frog. I'm in your yard, but I'm not a flower.
Okay.
Well, anyway, my name is Dario, and I'm a blade of grass.
Yeah, we got there in the end. Sorry about my mistake at the beginning there. It's just often I would say to people, would you like to sit on the grass? And I guess I'm just referring to the whole thing when I say that and not any one of you in particular.
No, it's fine. It's not the first time someone has said that about us. I'm not under the impression that I'm talking to all of humanity right now. But yeah, anyway, what you're looking at here is a bunch of individuals.
Yeah, right, exactly. We should get into it. What is a typical day like for you here on the island?
Well, each day for me here is really about the people. My day begins when I first hear the generator behind me start up. I know it's not great for the environment, the use of fossil fuels, but for me it's sort of like this rhythm. Joining this rhythm, the hum of the ferry comes toward me on the right here. It's full of people I've never met before. It's sort of like Christmas Day, but every day, you know? The ferry is like this floating present, full of surprises. I hear the first steps on the deck, I hear the activity in the pavilion, and I know soon they will arrive. And, well, that's pretty much what I live for.
It sounds like it's a very exciting moment for you. So what's going through your mind when you see people coming over from the pavilion to sit on you? Is it sort of competitive in a way?
For sure. It's really just a rush. Like, you do want to at first be chosen, but then you also see some people that look fascinating and you really hope they're going to stop on you. It's just a lot of suspense.
And why exactly do you think people choose to sit on you? This is a big area of grass, so it must feel pretty special in a way.
Well, some of us around here think it's pure chance about who sits where, but I probably have a different philosophy about it all. Sometimes, when I see people walking towards me, they just have a certain aura about them that draws me in. I like to think that this is mutual.
You think in some ways you stand out?
No, not stand out in the sense that I'm better than anyone, but I do think there is often a click with people. At the same time, though, sometimes people will walk towards me, take a seat on top and wait for their friends. When their friends arrive, though, for some reason, I'm not good enough, and they choose elsewhere. Some things are just not meant to be, I guess.
I've definitely noticed this positive attitude of yours, and I do find it quite surprising. You just seem remarkably worry-free.
Why wouldn't I be?
Well, often I disregard you. Or if I don't, I'm squishing you by stepping or sitting on you.
And you feel guilty about this?
Well, no. I mean, yeah. The more I talk to you, the more I feel pretty reckless.
No, I'm joking. It might seem odd, but contact with you is sort of intimate. When you say squish, I say hug. It's more a shared touch.
Right. I guess I've never thought of it like that before.
I know we've just met, and I don't want to come on too strong, but it is intimate. Often my first contact with someone is when they sit on me or run their fingers through me. In that moment, we're communicating so much through physical touch. It's like it's almost romantic.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit awkward standing here talking now. Like, I don't want to seem distant or anything. Perhaps I should sit?
I would love that.
What I can't stop thinking about is your experience with being cut up. I really associate lawnmowers with you, and I'm just thinking, it must be quite a painful and traumatic experience.
Painful? No, not really. As plants, we have a base which is underground, so I guess you could see the tips of us as sort of like our hair. I mean, when the lawn is mowed, I don't suddenly lose my identity. It's more that it's just a disturbing experience. Like, I imagine when you get your hair cut, it's quite relaxing, with gentle music, soft touches, and pleasant conversation.
Yeah, it's usually quite nice. It's me time, which is quite relaxing. But also, The hairdressers do talk quite a bit, and
Well, yeah, this is totally different to my experience. A cut, for me, is just this intensely loud, detached, and imprecise ordeal. Like, imagine you had a hairdresser, but instead of booking an appointment, suddenly they just appeared out of your cupboard without warning. Their scissors are spinning around, they're making a great noise, and they line you up, run through, and give you a cut which they don't consult you about. But then again, I suppose in a way it's actually quite nice that the people here care about us in that way. I hate to think of my appearance without it.
so you think about your appearance.
Well, I want to look good, sure. Just between you and me? Not everyone has the same attitude. I mean, just look around. I believe being healthy actually makes everything else look good, right?
Right?
Not that this island is for sale or anything, but a healthy lawn can increase property value by 20%. It's not just looking good, though. I'm vital for biodiversity. I'm a home for many animals and...
Okay, it's all quite interesting. It's just, I'm curious how you know all this.
Well, I read a lot, as you can imagine.
I wasn't imagining that, actually.
When we read, we are able to travel to many places, meet many people, and understand the world. That's Nelson Mandela, by the way.
Okay.
Well, I say I read a lot, but it's mainly just the classics, and some coming of age, economics, history, health and fitness, fairy tales, gardening, philosophy, romance, true crime, spirituality, sci-fi, thrillers, poetry. I could go on.
Oh, no thanks. I think I get it. One thing I wanted to...
It's really just fragments of each book, though. I usually just start in the middle, or right at the end, and then often I'm stuck on a page, so I take it in quite deeply, you know? Sorry? You're looking kind of confused?
I think I know what you're saying. We, as in humans, come along, sit on you, and leave our book on top of you.
Well, they leave my book on top of me, yes.
Your book?
Well, yeah, I assume they bring the books for me, because I mean, they never usually read the books themselves. They just wander over, place it right on top of me, and pick it up when they leave.
One thing I wanted to go back to was that you said you read gardening books. It was just curious to me because I assume that means you were reading about yourself and other grass.
Yes, of course. Yes. I guess it's no different to the self-help books written about you. From what I understand and what I've heard in conversation, you have some pretty interesting complexes.
Yeah, I guess. I'm curious if you've read anything about artificial grass.
We don't call them grass around here.
Okay, well, this artificial green-coloured plant then. It seems like it's in many ways very similar to you.
It's not really a plant either. It's totally artificial.
But you're also artificial in a way though, right? Because your foundation, Pampus, is completely constructed. For most of the planet's history, this island didn't exist and we would have been swimming in water. And you would have been seagrass, or perhaps not here at all.
Yes, true. It is amazing to be here, and it's not entirely natural. It's just that when I hear about this modern grass, always green, low maintenance, ageless, I just think it sounds so perfect. This grass is also just sort of lacking nature.
Yeah, I guess I can kind of relate in a way. With more and more technology creeping into the everyday life, it does make you wonder if we're losing touch with nature.
At the end of the day, though, in some ways, I'm involved in this sensory experience with people that can't yet be replaced. My ability to connect through touch, emotion, wonder, and smell.
Sorry, smell.
Yeah, smell. In many ways, I speak through my aroma.
Grass does have quite a fresh smell. It's strangely good in a way. But also, it's not that I want to smell like you.
Oh, well, thanks.
No, I do like it. Well, what I mean is, it is an attractive smell. It's just that it's not the aroma I would choose for a special event, like a date, for example.
I won't go too deeply into it, but basically when my plant tissue is injured, I release certain chemicals into the air which apparently smell damn good to certain insects and humans.
And I take it this is something you've read about?
Yeah. And I know I said I wouldn't go on about it, but it's a smell people have come to associate over thousands of years with ripe food, so it makes sense that you would have a positive attraction to it without really knowing why.
Well, this is slightly awkward to say, but I am already sitting on you. Perhaps this is a good moment to smell you?
I thought you'd never ask.
Well, no, neither did I. So do I just grab a piece?
Sure, but just go easy. Grab one blade of grass. Break it between your fingers. Move it around until your fingers turn green, and then bring it up to your nose.
I can't help but wonder, people are usually only here for a day and then they leave. So as quickly as you build up a relationship, it soon drifts away.
That's true. It's a really intense period of time, and then nothing. I suppose it's maybe a little unusual in a way, that often the first point of contact that I have with someone is their backside.
It's definitely not how most relationships begin.
I guess not, but maybe it should. Over the time they're sitting here, I feel their warmth and changes in muscle tension. By the end, I can sense that this person is in a better place than when they first arrived. I like to think I have some part in that.
And so when they leave, what then for you?
Well, everyone leaves an impression, that's for sure. After being sat on, I sort of mold to the person's body, and when they leave, I hold their shape for a while. Sort of like I'm holding a memory of them in a way. Slowly moving back to my original starting point as they walk away.
It's probably time that I leave you now also. I see I've left quite an impression on you.
Yes, well, that was us. And tomorrow, it will be someone else.
Yeah, it's sort of sad to think about leaving.
Yes, but goodbyes are a part of life. I hope that in some way I've left an impression on you as well. Sorry, but is that what I think it is? Yeah, once again, without consultation, here comes the mower. So I guess we should make the goodbye a quick one.
Yeah, but I just really wanted to ask you.
What?
Yeah, but I just